Well-known data miner Temporyal has once again gone digging through the Battlefield 2042 game files. They've uncovered some pretty interesting things. Also, stick around to the end of the video to hear about a really cool competition I'm running, where you can just submit Battlefield clips and just win tons of cash. Update 4.0 has introduced an additional 8 weeks of weekly missions to the game. These have been considered pre-season weekly missions and kicked off roughly, I think, back at the start of March. You may remember we were originally going to get new content around this time, but DICE decided to push everything back until more bug fixes had gone live. With update 4.0, things are in a much better state, and personally, I'd be a little bit happier to play the new content on this version of the game. There's still work to be done, don't get me wrong, but I think it's time for content now. According to Temporyal, this new wave of weekly missions concludes on the 16th of June. We've been told by DICE that Season 1 of the live service will drop in, quote, the early summer. The first day of summer in the Northern Hemisphere is the 21st of June, so this is how I think things will go. We'll get weekly missions until the 16th of June, when we'll get some sort of teaser or a trailer for Season 1. That gives us about a week until the summer actually begins, and I could see the content going live around the 22nd or 23rd. Now, all of this should be taken with a pinch of salt, obviously, with the dates in question being months away. Timing is certainly subject to change, especially when Battlefield 2042 is concerned. Temporyal does note that they'll keep an eye on things next month once the May update rolls around. Maybe that update will give us a little bit more context. Speaking of the May update, we already know a few items on DICE's radar. Aim assist and controller input lag are being worked on. The Bolt and MAV will thankfully be moved to the attack vehicle category. The promoted bug at the end of the round will hopefully be fixed, but most importantly, the cringy voice lines from the specialists will be changed. The style and tone of them will be made to fit the actual setting of the game. This one I know many of you will like. If the May update is anything like update 4.0, I think the game will be in a pretty solid position to receive content in June. It's been an exceptionally long wait. I mean, the game launched last November and we've yet to see any new content, but I'm a little bit impressed how much more stable the game is now compared to back then. It's like they've done the opposite of Battlefield 4. With BF4, they rushed out 2 DLC packs while the game was impossibly broken, whereas this time they've held off on content until the game is somewhat fixed. There's no better option. Ideally, the game would just ship working with content, but that's crazy talk. Temporyal has found mention of 4 unknown maps hidden in the game files: Exposure, Drained, Lights Out, and Docklands. Though he did mention to me on Twitter that DICE removed all mention of the Exposure map with update 4.0, so maybe we won't be getting this map after all. Also, check out this Boris skin, pure style. Share your thoughts on all of this down below in the comments, and like I mentioned, I've joined up with PlayerState to host a fun Battlefield competition. It's available across all recent Battlefield games, so Battlefield 3 all the way to 2042. Head over to the website, sign up, and submit your most explosive clip, and you could just win cash. Simple as that. There are a few cash prizes to be won, so there's no harm in submitting a few different options. And considering how small my channel is compared to the vast majority of YouTube, you've got a pretty solid chance of winning something, since my video probably won't attract thousands of entries. Best of luck. But yeah, take it easy lads, stay safe, sub if you enjoy tickling sheep, and I'll see you sometime, maybe.